Morning guys, so we're going on a very special trip this weekend. We're leaving on Sunday, it's Saturday today. We've got a lot to do before we leave. We've got to pack both cars. Brendan and Amy won't be going with me this weekend. It's a bit of a shame, but Craig and myself, I call him the lazy gentleman. This is little Zane, his son.
Say hi, Zane. Say hi.
So we're leaving for Loziba.
Yeah.
Loziba on Sunday morning. It's a great project. It's part of the Rhino project. They're trying to establish a conservatory where they can get all the animals that used to be there back in there. It's 40,000 hectares of untouched Africa, unspoiled. There's hardly roads, so it's going to be an amazing adventure, and we're so privileged to be a part of it. Now we need to get this car packed and this car sorted. We're leaving tomorrow morning. Good news, Amy is going to come with. We're allowed to take the dogs with as well, so it's going to be fun. But it's now time to get everything sorted. There's no facilities where we're going. There's no water, there's no electricity, so we need to take everything with. So I love these jerry cans from Front Runner. So I've got two of these, which I'm going to mount inside the car, not on top with the Bundetek I've got there. I won't put water on top of the car. I like these. They quite compact. I've got two of these, which is 40 litres, which will be enough drinking water for myself and Amy and the dogs, and they come with these brackets, so it's nice. I mount them into the car onto the platform I've got, which I'll show you, and that gives us enough drinking water. I think there is streams and stuff there. It's by a river, so I am taking the gas shower with a heater, because I do think it's going to be dusty, and we're doing a lot of work. We're going to shoot a lot of content, and we're actually doing a bushwalk to go and try and see all the wildlife and just find campsites of where they want to create the campsites within the reserve. So it's going to be a very, how can I say, active, hard 3 days in the bush, but I'm very excited, and it's even better now Amy's allowed to come with, which is very, very nice. I would have loved Brendan to be able to join us. I don't think he's had the experience of camping between wild animals before, so it would have been lucky to take Brendan with, but it is what it is. We are going, end of this month, we're going to do Sani Pass, which will be Brendan's probably his first experience camping out of his own car, so I think he's going to be very excited about that. But alright, we got to get to work. It's late, it's almost 5 o'clock, so I need to get all of this in the car and let's get going. See, I'm a one take one.
say when.
When you're ready.
So we are here on a farm called Moana, which is the center of a project called Loziba, and we're sitting around a fire, wild camping, browing meat and drinking beer, and we've got some new people that have joined our circle. So some of us have known each other for a long time, and some of us met each other for about 5 minutes, about half an hour ago. So we're going to just shoot around the fire and introduce ourselves. So we've got 2 minutes to introduce ourselves. So who you are, where you're from, what you do, what you're doing here, and kind of just so that it's a bit of an icebreaker, and it also will put into perspective your background and what you are doing here. So by default it was my idea, so I have to go first. I am Lee Fullor, and I grew up on a little cattle farm just outside Maritzburg, and I've spent the most of my adult life in the bush. Been very fortunate to have lived in the Greater Kruger National Park for 5 years, and then in the Serengeti for 5 years, and I worked for a lodge company as a guide and a guide trainer and a head guide and a private guide, and for the last 12 years I've worked for myself. So I've had to kind of find other ways to pay the bills, and consulting and guide training and has got me involved here. I got involved a little bit by default, but when I first arrived here probably 4 or 5 months ago, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'd heard about this place, this wild place that was nearly 40,000 hectares, and there were wild elephants there, and there were wild lions. I didn't even know how many. There were leopards. Yeah, we're looking very forward to the next few days, where we've got Izzy and Pippa's coming tomorrow to chat about the conservation side of things. We're gonna, we found a couple of sites already, and we're going to find a few more sites as campsites and potential permanent campsites and even potential lodge sites. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of exploring. We're going to be a lot of chatting and brainstorming, and there's no better place to do that than around a fire full of nyama and some vegetables for the vegetarians too. Cool, that's me.
Hey everyone, so last night was Loziba, and we got here around 5 o'clock last night, so greeted everybody and we got on the cars, and the guys running the show took us out to probably one of the nicest sites. It's all wild camping, there's no infrastructure at the moment. Some of the investors and people are going to come down today. We're going to take a drive up to the mountain area. There's a cave, and you apparently have a 360-degree view of the whole farm. It's so beautiful. We had leopard and hyena tracks this morning next to our tents and cars. Some of the guys slept out next to the fire. Maybe myself and the pooches, we were up in the bundetek, trusty bundetek, but just so nice waking up here. It's an amazing experience, and honestly to be in a wilderness area where not a lot of people have access to is a privilege for us, and to be invited to be a part of this whole project is fantastic. It is, never in my life would I have thought that this would come about, where myself and Amy would be invited to be a part of a nature reserve where they are setting it up, building it, and us documenting it. So I'm looking forward to today. We're just gonna have some breakfast, pack up, and we'll shoot some content on the way there. It's apparently it's not far. It's about a 20-minute drive to the mountain, and we're gonna maybe hike up. He says I can take the Jeep up. I'll see how I feel like, what I want to do. I think maybe a walk would be good, because Max was so busy last night. I don't know if he's smelling the animals or what he's doing, but he didn't want to sleep last night, so he was on guard and wanted to go out all the time. But keen to have some breakfast, coffee, and then we're going to pack up and hit the road and go see this amazing place, Loziba.
Two fantastic scrambled egg is low heat, slow cooked, and then, as all good French chefs know, you leave a little bit in the mixing bowl and watch what we do with that later. Here's that.
Yeah.
And to try and get a bit of footage. I'm going to go forward to these other two. A bit clearer. Sorry, as you can see, I'm not comfortable.
This one is good on subject.
Just going to let them settle down for a minute, and then I'm going to go forward again. Obviously a big thing in this place is just getting animals used to cars again. The association of cars is one of negativeness. Whose stomach is that?
It's the dog's
Oh, geez, okay. So, but it is an opportunity while you're on foot in a place like this, and we are going to what in my books is the highlight of this whole project. It's the middle of Moana, it's the middle of Loziba. It's alpine up there, we're going to gain probably 250 meters odd to get up there. It's cooler, it is obviously getting a bit hotter, but it's just a whole different feel up there. We're going to see a big herd of blesbuck, I hope, but it's also just an opportunity for us to wind the clock, or take the clock off, so yes, we do have to be back for lunch at some stage and whatever, but it's about an hour up, and we're going to spend an hour up there and about an hour down. So save your water now, if you don't have to drink now, it'll be hotter on the way down. The plan at this stage is to just come back down this road. So yeah, I think, guys, it's just a great opportunity to spend time on foot in a true wilderness, in an area where you know, there's wild elephants and wild lions. I don't even know how many lions are here. So yeah, I'm not telling you what to think while you walk, but it's just a cool time to process a lot of where you are, and we're afforded an opportunity as the team that we are to be involved in this project at this stage. I mean, it's an absolute privilege. So how many white people or how many foreign people have enjoyed this particular piece of land? Not very many. It was a cattle farm, and then it was a trophy hunting farm. So we're amongst the first. We're blazing a trail. We are intrepid. We are pioneering, and it's just an incredible day today, as it is perfect weather. We've had mist, and we came up here 3 days ago with my friends and we couldn't see a thing. It was all misted in. So yeah, just enjoy the walk, guys, and yo, if you have any questions or are needing a break or are wanting to comment or anything, please. Okay.
We're walking up Moana Mountain, and just along the path we've come across some elephant dung, and now here there's a tree here where some of these branches have been ripped off, and you can see here is one of the branches, and some of the bark has been stripped, and in the road as well there's more bark that's been stripped off. So this is from an elephant using its tusk to just pull all of the bark off and get to the nice cambium layer that's underneath, which is where all of the water and the nutrients are transported through the trees. So it'll eat that and then discard all of the extra little bits that it doesn't want. Elephants are really wasteful feeders, but at the same time they're scattering nutrients all around that otherwise would just be stuck on the one tree. So there's good and bad aspects to it depending on how you want to look at it.